I welcome you to the World Expo Dubai 2020. Its main attraction is a blue shifting Kaaba dome, energized by the pentacles of Venus, the pentagon or pentagram, the Baphomet entity. It's coated with the flowering of the 10 Hypercube. In geometry, a 10 cube is a 10-dimensional hypercube, being composed of 3 9 cubes around each 8 face. It is sometimes called a decaract, a portmanteau of tesseract, that's a 4 cube, and deca for 10 dimensions in Greek. The portmanteau word is a blend of words in which parts of multiple words are combined into a new word, as in smog, coined by blending smoke and fog. When God created the heavens and the earth, he did so by speaking. He said, "Let there be," and there was. God in his great power literally spoke the world into existence. He spoke into what was void and empty. From that came this beautiful world that we see all around us. So, in other words, by using vibration of sound, we can change words into worlds. So the 10th Hypercube might blend a mix of worlds into a new world order. It is part of an infinite family of polytopes called hypercubes. The portmanteau word is similar to a contraction, so the contraction of words and worlds. With an up is down, we try to find more answers regarding the Zing and Zang, the Yin and Yang system, as a portal for energies to flow in or out of this biosphere, using currents of motions or radiation, of the coloring wheel, and where the combination of radiation and so its colors can form a key to unlock or lock a gateway or portal to the secret chamber of the heart.
This in itself is a gathering of great minds, talents and expertise, all contributing to creating a better future for us all. This truly is a moment in time. A ceremony that will launch 182 days and nights of awe, wonder, knowledge, technology, innovation and fun. Just marvel at the sight and take a moment to sit back and enjoy as artists, performers and global superstars from all corners of the globe come together tonight here in Dubai to officially open Expo 2020 Dubai.
Yeah, another replica of our crater. Like we've seen in Rocket Vlaamse videos. There's a way or roadmap along the edge of the crater, leading to what I think is Sirius B, and then a long road towards the skyline of Tomorrowland. In this image it looks like Sirius B is the bite of the apple, the unbalancing of the torus. More symbolism of Xboxing and the piece of 8 were present in this Expo city. Expo, exporting data to a file or hard drive. But before we continue, let's have a look at new images brought by a floating piece of 8, the James Webb Telescope.
Here's the Milky Way, our galaxy, like billions of galaxies of its kind. The Milky Way is estimated to 1 lakh light years, and it counts about 100 billions of stars under a very black sky.
These images are real-time. That means that you can fly from Earth to Mars in about 2 minutes.
This swarm of stars whose light took several hundred years to reach us.
Some people are reacting in the comments and they say, "You are using images of NASA. NASA are liars." Absolutely, NASA are liars. but we have to use the weapons of the enemy against them. I will use the images of NASA, of the shuttle, to prove they are conning the whole world. And once this is getting mainstream, you can say goodbye to NASA and all the parasites.
One ship, a Taurus, is coming, and the other ship, a Taurus, is leaving. Looking for what you want most. Leaving through the pillars and falling down from the heavens while arriving through the pillars. Setting ablaze the Sephiroth Kiefer, Prometheus, bringing the fire stolen from the gods, and starting the transformation. The children represent a native people, enjoying their sandcastle reality within a crater, building up a world that will not last forever, but built for the joy of building it, using the people's own imagination. The sandcastle could represent the kingdom Malkuth Sephiroth, being their own queens and kings. Then we see the arrival of a ship, the Taurus, that is changing the color scene in this clip. The arrival or transformation of the sun. So our Taurus is a sinking ship within a crater, sinking to the depths. But what kind of depths?
And then convergence, alkalinity, acidity, divergent, convergent rays. So here you see the hourglass in the middle here. This is the hyperboloid, and this is the torus. This represents magnetism, and this represents dielectricity, convergent rays coming in, because they're always doing this. It's called reciprocating. But at the same time that it does that, it's also doing this, going the other way. And that's called reciprocating. These are reciprocating, precessional, hyperboloid, toruses. Reciprocating because the lines that go outward, divergent, are also reciprocating and field pressure mediating, like a beautiful lattice work, convergently at the same time. And this is how energy works. And there will always be a phi ratio blue shift compression, north pole, which is actually, this is actually, the blue is the north pole always of all Tauruses. Blue shift will always be on top. These are the blue heavens. This is the red hell. And below us, in fact, below our Earth, there are 7 subterranean planets, according to Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 5, and you will read there are 7 subterranean hellish, they actually call them heavenly planets.
For what we want most, there is a cost must be paid in the end.
Below our horizontal disk plane Earth, planet, and then above us we have Moon, Mercury, Venus, Sun, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn. And so it's a 15 planetary system. And this is the true cosmos. This has been described in all cosmologies, all of them. We tend to disregard this because we've got pseudoscientists now, Jesuits, who have been funding Copernicus's and Newton's with their gravity hocus pocus, Einstein, Galileo Galilei, Kepler, all of these people who are giving us the materialistic particle version of physics rather than the pulse version are all funded by the Jesuits to prevent us from understanding that this is the only way that energy works. Walter Russell said, if you want to know the secrets of everything in the universe, the secrets is in the wave. Wave. See that wave? Ave. That's Ave Maria, Eve, because she is the wave.
Barbosa, ahead!
Aye, we're good and lost now.
Lost?
For certain, you have to be lost to find the places can't be found. Elseways, everyone would know where it was. We're gaining speed. Aye.
To stations! All hands to station! Run it forward! Hard forward, gather way!
Nay, belay that! Let her run straight and true!
Everything in the universe is energy and vibration. If the source of energy is a magnetic longitudinal sound wave creating energy and vibration, or a transverse wave, that's a wave on string or water on plasma, it may be represented by a sound wave function.
And so is the man. Means sound. We see that the man is the wave and the woman is the wave. And this is the torso that we are given in the electrical body that we have. All bodies are electrical. All matter is atom. Mother, Mot is the Egyptian word for the goddess Maat.
Doomed us all.
Don't be so unkind. You may not survive to pass this way again.
Through the secrets and teachings of Santos, we learn a lot about a world that is shaped and energized within a torus. Within the pirates we see that Jack holds the red coloring code, Boaz, the sun, and Barbossa the blue code of Yachin, the moon, the red and blue shift. Within the movie sequels we see the arrival of the parasite through Jack the sun, arriving within a sinking ship, being locked up by the natives on an island, and freed again by the arrival of the cursed Black Pearl, commanded by Barbossa, the moon, Jack's self-reflection. This event has set the sun, Jack Boaz, loose within this biosphere. The self-reflection of Jack exposes the cursed pirates. Fallen for greed and lust, the pirates have lost their connection with the heart of Mother and got infected with the sickness of the mind, represented by gold, To me, symbolism of the transformation of humanity into consumers. Listen, I'm not a fan of the Roman Church, but even Pope Francis condemns consumerism and calls it a virus. He also called it a virus, which exploits the faith and offends the needy. The Pope believes that when a person lives for things, it is never enough, and instead the greed grows, which later becomes an obstacle in a race. During a homily of a Mass, the Pope said that in today's stage and age, consumerism reigns supreme. With consumerism, people are turning into parasites.
Thor's love of gold had grown too fierce. A sickness had begun to grow within him. It was a sickness of the mind. And where sickness thrives, bad things will follow.
Okay, boys and girls, let's follow the yellow brick road. Sorry, no subtitles included. Feel free to include a translation in the comments if you want. On the right we see Mount Erebor, the mountain. No, it's not a golden egg, but a mountain.
وبه أسرار هذه الأرض من بدء السنين. عقلك ولنصنع معا
How amazing this all
مستقبلاً
is.
من الروائع يبشر بفجر جديد في كل بلد.
Look, he just grabs the 10th Hypercube out of his pocket. This thing, hey little girl, this thing has the power to combine multiple worlds into a new world. Yo, go tell it on the mountain. As in smoke, coined by blending smoke and fog, this mountain symbolizes the blending of two worlds into a new world. You see a ship, a torus, floating within black body radiation and on the edge of the physical world. It's bound to fall into the depths, but what kind of depths? You see, this torus is energized by self-reflection, Barbossa, and is energized by blue shift, Barbossa's coding. So the contractive and radiative utilities of blue shift can energize the black body radiation field, an electromagnetic field that absorbs new algorithms and pattern information, unleashed within our ether or the biosphere, and steering human consciousness. When we look at the ship, you see the black and white. so white and black body radiation. Look closely at this image. The rope is representing a sine wave, which is part of the torus, the connection between the sun and the moon. Within this picture, the moon is the main energizer of transformation. Just like Barbossa is steering the ship into black body radiation, this ship is blending two worlds, humans and monster, into one. One will need self-reflection of the moon to open the portal, then energize black projections with blue shift to have red shift coming down from the heavens to flip the torus. In other words, the opening of a wormhole, that is.
Across different many cultures, for instance, in China, where pyramids are found. China has symbols associated with their knowledge base, famous symbols. For instance, the Yin and Yang. The Yin-Yang symbol is very similar to the double torus structure.
Tagged by Davy Jones with the hand of God, the black spot, which is a wormhole that sets open a connection with the black body radiation field, the Kraken, Jack the Sun got swallowed by its radiation and dragged into the depths of the plasma sea. Within the torus, this mechanism is a switch from the physical to the spiritual universe. It is symbolism for the sun being transformed as a converter for counter-space radiation, radiating frequency, algorithms and pattern information that are partly from a different world.
Is the Egyptian word for the goddess Maat, her mother. Motion. Mag in Sanskrit means to move. Force and motion, inertia and acceleration. And they are the two co-eternal principles of the universe. And so what we have is black source light, Krishna, dielectricity. Everything comes from the black. Everything comes from the spiritual, transcendental, counterspatial realms. Everything. All of these toruses, all energy, all material phenomena, all the noumenal world is produced by magnetic, divergent, and transverse wave. This is the longitudinal, scalar, standing wave pulse. Here, everything is connected. This is the ether, the 0 point, the source. And it is black, and the force, may the force be with you, magnetism, is white light of motion. The sun produces this kind of light. It's incoherent. The laser, blue laser, red laser, that is coherent light. Okay, so all the little gyroscopic atoms, spinning accretion disks, all line up, and you've got a magnetic field.
So the hand of God represents the downward process of counter-space radiation, energy from a different world blending into our world, which product is our current reality. Dr. Dre representing the black body radiation field emerging out of a Trinity ship.
It's the one and only decode double G. You know what happened with the D.R.E.
Yeah. Y'all know what this is, so can y'all make some noise for my man Snoop Dogg? Come on, louder, y'all, louder!
Creator Earth symbology within the halftime Super Bowl Cup. We have the Trinity ship, Boaz Yachin and Mother, coded within the black and white projection system. Remember, we are born upside down. Dr. Dre, the black body radiation field, is lifted from down to up and is introducing Blue Shift, Snoop Dogg, coded with a Wheel of Fortune. The bling bling is showing us the infection or the sickness of the mind.
You only see what your eyes want to see. How can life be what you want it to be? You're frozen when your heart's not open.
Jack Prometheus got tagged with the hand of God and swallowed by the Kraken, the black body radiation field. So, where's Jack?
Nothing. All Alliance, slack and braces! Aye, Captain! Slack and braces! Step lively! Level will! Aye, aye, on the way! Fire down below! Help! Man the yard, you filthy toads! Yo, life, boy, we giving it up. Taking chances while we dancing in the party for show. Slip my girl a 44 and she crept in the back door. These chickens looking at me strange, but you know I don't care. Step up in this mother, just a swing in my hair. Trick, quit talking, quick walk if you down with the shit. Take a bullet with some and take this dope on this jet. Out of town, put it down for the father of rap. And if you happen to get cracked, shut your trap. Come back, get back, that's the part of success. If you believe in the ass, you'll be relieving your stress. Sensibly, boys! Scandalise the team! Lights, run away!
It's the one and only D.R.E.
نحو بر الأمان.
Jack Sparrow is taken, body and soul, to a place not of death, but punishment. The worst fate a person can bring upon himself, stretching on forever. That's what awaits at David Jones' lockup.
While Jack and his self-reflections are trying to gain speed while this ship is going nowhere, we see that this creation does not produce a golden egg, but pure white. Jack got stuck within a singularity world of reflection called Davy Jones aka Hades' locker. We also see the presence of a goat representing Baphomet being locked up in the locker. Current events are pushing humanity consciousness towards this reflection world, and where I think our energetic bodies will be uploaded into the locker through using Blue Shift.
We have lost speed and therefore time, precious time, and cannot be recovered once lost. Do you understand? Captain. Do you now? It will all have to be redone, all of it. And let this serve as a lesson to the lot of you. Doldrums, sir, as the entire crew on edge. I have no sympathy for any of you feculent maggots, and no more patience to pretend otherwise.
This about you and me?
Yeah, I thought we were doing this together.
You're missing the point. This does not belong to us. We are not special.
Fuck that. You should have told me. Hey, Tyler! Ah, damn it, Tyler.
What do you want? Statement of purpose? Should I email you? Should I put this on your action item list?
Oh, look.
You decide your own level of involvement.
I will. I want to know certain things first.
First rule of Project Mayhem.
Shut up.
Go show, it's your birthday. We gon' party like it's your birthday. We gon' sip the party like it's your birthday. And you know we don't give a fuck, it's not your birthday.
After Snoop has energized the underworld with blue shift energy, the black and white projection system called 50 Cents is creating the up is down projection, bringing redshift energy from the heavens. A plasma discharge. The dancers represent us, the people, the bioelectric life systems that can receive these projections.
Okay, man. Okay.
Quit screwing around. Take the wheel.
Look at you.
Take the wheel.
Look at you! You're fucking pathetic!
Why? Why? What are you talking about?
Why do you think I blew up your condo?
What?
Hitting bottom isn't a weekend retreat. It's not a goddamn seminar. Stop trying to control everything and just let go. Let go!
Through the opening or portal of the black body radiation field, the angelic or spiritual world has the opportunity to download information and energy into the physical universe. We see the Hangman's current flow from black to white. Within the tarot cards, the Hangman views the world from a completely different perspective and is suspended in a position of ultimate surrender, and yet he is not afraid. His calm and serene face implies that certain victory is at hand. There are times in our lives when things don't go our way, and we feel helpless to change them. Rather than using more and more force to try to achieve an unattainable outcome, the Hangman urges you to let go of control and trust the universe. Or trust the parasite? I don't know yet.
You just couldn't let me go, could you? This is what happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object. You truly are incorruptible, aren't you? Maybe we could share one. You know, they'll be doubling up the rate this city's inhabitants are losing their minds.
This city just showed you that it's full of people ready to believe in good.
Until their spirit breaks completely.
Violence, New York, the show, they tell you I'm low. And the plan is to put the rap game in the choke on. Pulling focus in, my money on my mind.
With my money on my mind, the Hangman utilizes up is down and is starting to emit and reflect this new pattern information into the physical universe, having the monkeys dancing away on these new waves of radiation. Note, these dancing monkeys have been experiencing and surfing blue shift energy before receiving redshift plasma discharge. This process is energizing the APAP collapse and manifest black projections into reality.
Got a meal on the deal and I'm still on the run. That's how it says, you feeling my stats, you feeling my girls are with it.
Gentlemen, I'll wash my hands of this business. No wind. Of course there's no bloody wind. Soul, I do swear to you, please. Gust, whisper.
The pirate Taurus of Jack, the sun, is locked up within Hades' heart, the locker, the singularity world of Tomorrowland, a field that without the power of creative and manifesting force of us creators is not able to generate new algorithms or life, but is only able to reflect existing codes. I think that a soul can be moved to different worlds, serving as a hard drive that, like a zip file, can be packed and unpacked using the black and white radiation fields. This to serve entities that do not have these creative powers, the parasites.
Associated with this symbol is a set of mathematics, a set of symbols called the I Ching. The I Ching is made of 64 symbols, and each symbol is made of 6 sticks. 6 full sticks or 6 broken sticks. 6 sticks put together in 3 space can only produce a tetrahedron. And when a star tetrahedron is generated, you will be required to break the sticks of the reverse tetrahedron to put it through the other. So by following the I Ching, we can actually rebuild the whole 64 tetrahedron grid. And that, associated with the yin and yang, produces the double torus and the structure of the vacuum. All the information necessary to describe this profound understanding of creation and the structure of the vacuum producing it.
So the 64 tetrahedron field is energizing a double torus, the up and down, the Isis and Osiris, the Kaaba dome.
Let's take a look at the colors. Move the 2 triangles apart. For people who work with computers, you have 2 color systems. You have the RGB, the red, green and blue, and that's the upper triangle. And you have the CMYK system. CMYK stands for cyan, magenta, yellow, and the K stands for black. So let's take a look at the CMYK triangle, and in the middle you see this black triangle. The black triangle stands for Osiris, the Lord of Darkness. Then take a look at the RGB triangle. In the center you see the white triangle. That stands for Isis, Queen of the Daylight. Now we see that Osiris is the down pointing triangle and Isis the up pointing triangle. So that is the code of the parasitic system.
Within the physical universe, we see the Isis RGB system in nature as the blue jets, the red sprites, and green elves discharging on the dome in uplifting motion, creating a wide body radiation field, energizing a current from physical to spiritual universe.
This pattern is the pattern of the torus. Let's put it on our crater and you'll see that's a perfect match. So let's take a look at the energy video, and in the front, the reddish color, you see the torus field. But in the back you have the 369 pyramid, constantly inverting, +9, -9.
The 124 and 578 system within a rodent coil generates the torus, in which I think the 0 point is Mother, Mount Meru, and pentagonal dodecahedron, and supplying infinite power to this biosystem. With the invasion of a crater by the parasite, the latter needs power to manifest its project, to take over the host. For that it needs the power of Mother, so I suggest a new theory of the 124, the Moon, and the 578, the Sun system being hijacked by the parasite. To gain full control, the parasite has linked both systems with a third system, the cerebellum, the trinity of left, right, and the center. The center, the cerebellum, a fake mother, Isis, the RGB system, a mother robot trying to replace the organic mother while feeding from its energy. The cycle of birth, death, and rebirth we call the ouroboros. So how is this fake mother generating the parasitic tetrahedrons? I want you to look at the image at the right, the ouroboros energy field. In the right picture you see how this robot is generating the RGB system by using mother's torus. By adding up numbers within the original torus of the connecting lines between 1572, 2784 and 4815, we get a trinity energy field that feeds off red, green and blue shift radiation and transfers this field into a tetrahedron within the 369 numbers, generating the yin energy field within an uplifting torus field, so blue shift. To create the yang energy field, the ouroboros is counter-rotating, so here we need to divide the same numbers of the torus. So for instance 1 plus 2 is 3, divided to 2 is 1.5, etc. will generate the next coloring code of the Cymk system, and so the second tetrahedron generating downforce and descending within a black body radiation field using redshift power. Notable to see are the triple X within the center of the 369 code, triple X or Xander cage, the return of the X cage, the ouroboros. Another warning of the parasite of New York being flooded.
Sol, this is gold. The sun, Sol Invictus, solar, S-O-L-A-R, solar. This Sol Invictus, the unconquerable soul, this is where all souls come from, these holes. These are wormholes. But they are whole. They lack nothing. And they are holy. They also have halos called auras, which are really torus. So this is a torus field, and you have this in your torso. Your bottom chakra has 4 petals. It's red. The top of the torso has 16 petals. It's blue. Red shift, blue shift. Here, my energy is blue, as is yours. At the bottom, at the torso, at the perineum, this is red. And the energy is flowing out of the body, earthing, red shift, right turning, centrifugal divergent. Centrifugal divergent, centripetal convergent. Fission, fusion, proton, electron, radiation, gravitation.
You're so consumed with how much you get. You waste your time with hate and regret. You're broken when your heart's not open.
But what is happening? Lady Isis is turning into black. Remember the stones? I don't want no colors anymore. I want them to turn black by closing a red door, the red shift, creating the black body radiation field, the mechanism to override our BIOS ID codes.
Sex ain't into making love, so come give me a hug again. You can find me in the club.
Let's get it crumpled on that one. Pull up in this dance so we got your rhythm in your flow, and so you got to dance with me. Come on, everybody, get on down. After the war, we said we fight together. I guess we thought that's just what humans do. Yeah, letting darkness grow. Said we need is violence, and we need is color. But now I've seen it through, and now I know the truth that anything could happen, anything could happen, anything could happen.
Broken heart again, another lesson learned. You better know your friends, or else you will get burned. Gotta count on me. If I could melt your heart, we'd never be apart.
Owen has read the portents, and the portents say it is time. Ravens have been seen flying back to the mountain as it was foretold.
The Raven is a narrative poem by American writer Edgar Allan Poe. First published in January 1845, this poem is often noted for its musicality, stylized language, and supernatural atmosphere. It tells of a talking raven's mysterious visit to a distraught lover, tracing the man's slow descent into madness. The lover, often identified as a student, is lamenting the loss of his love, Lenore. Sitting on a bust of Pallas, the raven seems to further distress the protagonist with its constant repetition of the word nevermore. The poem makes us of folk, mythology, religious and classical reference. The raven, the messenger of the parasite, sitting on a bust of Pallas, in which the latter represents the pole star Polaris, the center point of Atun, the Saturn polar configuration, the arc that hit our biosphere and injected the soul with parasitic bios at decodes. The raven is poking the man that represents the natives of this crater that have lost their connection with mother and the heart, which is Lenore, driving the natives slowly into madness, a possible reality being shaped within the physical universe.
But without her heart, her city began to crumble, giving birth to a terrible darkness.
With the expansion of the black body radiation field, so the Cymk coloring system, the RGB system will collapse or faint away, the fall of Mary J. Blige, and making way for the nothing, the black body radiation field, represented by Kendrick Lamar. Guys, stay tuned for part 2. Within the Key to Secret, a lot of assumptions and new insights are made. In upcoming work we will find more dots and links to answer more questions. The link of the zodiac and the black body radiation field, Pluto and our DNA and much more. Radiation matters.
Just like little fish.
I took Gotham's White Knight and I brought him down to our level. It wasn't hard. See, madness, as you know, is like gravity. All it takes is a little push.
Finally, he asks the Raven whether he will be reunited with Lenoir in heaven. When the Raven responds with his typical nevermore, he is enraged and, calling the bird a liar, commands it to return to the Plutonian shore, but it does not move. At the time of the poem's narration, the Raven still is sitting on the bust of Pallas, that is the Saturn polar configuration. The narrator reciprocates the bird's final plight by permitting his own soul to be commensurately trapped beneath the Raven's shadow and therefore lifted nevermore.